Yo, look at that fucking loser.
I don't know, man. He doesn't look too happy.
Yo, fuck's sake! Is that your sister's shirt or
Dude.
what?
You're such a dick.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna go talk to him. Hey, man. Don't look so excited. I'm sorry my friend's a dick. But we're having some people over tonight. How would you feel about coming over?
So what did that weird guy say?
I don't want to talk about it.
Fucking assholes, man.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to a new episode of the Johnny Salami podcast. Today's guest is Nick Trebelli. Nick, thanks for coming back, man.
Yep.
One of the original guests, dude.
Yep.
Technically, you were the first guest, dude, because your brother, he was like, "Yeah, take that shit down."
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like, "Take my episode down." I was like, "All right, man." Like,
Yeah, technically.
but yeah, man, a lot's changed, dude. You look good, dude. No homo.
Thanks, bro.
A lot's changed, though, right? Like you,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been probably about a year and change since I came on, so a lot.
yeah, dude, you're doing more like, I mean, you don't look smaller. Obviously, you just look like a supple leopard, dude. Like if I saw you like Whole Foods, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, I think last time I was on here, I was probably like 15 pounds heavier.
Really?
Yeah.
So like,
Was
what
competing for powerlifting.
what changed your mind though? Because I mean, obviously, like transitioning from powerlifting to more, what you're doing now is obviously like what made you do that?
Oh man, it was kind of a slow burn. I was competing in powerlifting for 4 years, and just came to the point where like, pretty much every year I was like, man, like I'm not excited about training, and the people in the community were like really grinding away at me, even though I really shouldn't have like let that kind of dictate my powerlifting career.
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up wrestling, and every single time I'd compete in a competition, I'd kind of be like unsatisfied with like, I'd have a good performance or I'd
Like
win.
powerlifting?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd win or have a good performance or something, but I was like, oh man, like, I don't know, you go out there and you lift once 9 different times. Like you have 3 squats, 3 benches, 3 deadlifts, and afterwards I'd just be like, man, like, I don't know, it just didn't really do it for me. And I was always kind of like juggling, like, oh man, I really want to get back on the mats, but like the more I waited, the better I was getting at powerlifting, and like I was, getting pretty competitive at one point.
Yeah.
So I was like, I did a competition in February 2020, and then the next day I just signed up for a jiu-jitsu gym, and it's been that ever since.
Yeah, but dude, wrestling and did you catch on to like what was your first day like? Because I know like, I mean, jiu-jitsu is kind of like a fad now. Like obviously, like there must be a lot of people who come in on the first day and then they just leave because they're like, I can't fucking.
Yeah, dude, there's so many people who like I'll just be kind of warm. I go up there early, I'll warm up, I'll kind of see who comes in. Usually it's like the people who are always there, and you shoot the shit before the training a little bit. But I'll just see like this new guy come in. I'm just like, this guy's not coming back.
Yeah.
And like a lot of times they'll come in and like they're like really trying to prove that like they're tough or whatever. Then they tell you that they've like done MMA training or like they're got these like years of boxing or whatever, and you're just like, okay, man, like, it's okay. You don't have to prove anything.
Yeah, but do you think like the people who are usually there, like when they saw you walk in, they were probably thinking the same thing, right? Or did you kind of catch on quicker?
Not really, honestly, because like when they first rolled me, like 30 seconds in, they were like, okay, like, you a wrestler, huh? And I'm like, yeah, used to wrestle.
Yeah.
They're like, so then they kind of put it on me really hard because they don't want someone like on the first day to kind of get a big head. They really like
have an ego.
Yeah, it beats shit at you.
I mean, I don't know much about jiu-jitsu, but like, how does it like compare to wrestling now? I mean, because like,
it's honestly a lot different because wrestling, the mentality is like, forward pressure, grind them down, literally break your opponent's will to be in that match with you, really break them down. Whereas jiu-jitsu is usually the matches are a lot longer than wrestling matches, so you kind of have to pick and choose when you're gonna like really use bursts of energy. So you have to be more efficient. And if depends if you're in gi or no gi, because if you have a gi on, you grip each other, and it's like really thick cloth, so you can really kind of
Do more.
well, you can just kind of stall out in positions for like a few minutes where you're really
Yeah.
not like you're not really getting that tired, but you're really just it's a game of inches.
What are tournaments like though? Is that gi or no gi, or is it
Both.
just depend?
Both.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But like when you like if you were in a tournament or whatever, like even at just like going to jiu-jitsu practice, like are there like takedowns, or you just kind of like choose what
Yeah, there's
position you want
takedowns.
to
So depending on how crowded the mat space is,
yeah.
like if there's like usually jiu-jitsu gyms are pretty small, so if there's like 20 or 30 people in there,
Dude, I'm just thinking about like
you don't really want to start on your feet, because a lot of times you can kind of like
yeah.
if you're trying to take someone down, a lot of times like you'll run off the mat, or like if someone's driving in on double leg and some guy's throwing, like you'll like go over some guys. So a lot of times you start in positions or on your knees, but like in competition you start from your feet.
Yeah, so how do you transition to that though? Like, so like I'm laughing because I'm thinking about like I'm thinking about like you on your first day just doing like a legitimate just like double leg, just fucking
Oh, yeah.
slamming someone. Like that would be bad, right? Like in jiu-jitsu, like you don't want to like slam someone, right?
Well, that's the thing. That's what I did. And I got like, the thing is, dude, like I was so kind of just jaded from like the powerlifting community, and just like I was really unsatisfied with powerlifting for a long time. And I think like where I was mentally compared to where I was now, like I let things bother me like a lot, and I was like super just man, like I just like wasn't a happy person like every day. I really wasn't.
Yeah.
So like when I first got into jiu-jitsu, like my mindset was like pretty bad. Like I was going out for blood like every single time, dude.
Damn, dude.
And like the professor would just like send forth like the best guys just to like beat me down and like break me down. But I used to like, get deep on single leg, switch to a double, and I would fucking lift people, flare their legs, slam them. And I remember like my professor would just be like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell is this guy doing? But like, you can do that in jiu-jitsu.
Really?
Yeah. It's not necessarily like a slam. I mean, I kind of went a little overboard,
Mm-hmm.
but I was just carrying all the weight of like, I don't know. Like now I'm a lot more calculated, and I play from like my guard a lot more. And
Yeah, so you must have like a preference though, right? So like do some people like prefer like just take people's back, or like
yeah, so some people like playing from the top, some people like playing from the bottom.
mhm.
When I first started, probably the first like 3 or 4 months, all I did was take people down, and then I would try and pass their guard.
Hmm.
Past several months, 3-4 months, now I've really been trying to improve my bottom game, but I always look for the back. I'm always attacking for the back, and
Yeah, I can see you doing that, dude.
yeah,
Slit
it's my
throats, man.
style.
Dude,
But now like I'm not like trying to take it by force. Like I'm doing calculated entries, like inversions. and-
Yeah, dude, you do look happier, dude. I remember like
Yeah. Oh, wicked happy. Because dude, when I was wrestling, I was like, I loved it, man. I was like, I loved it. I go
Yeah.
home every day.
Well,
I'd
we were in a
study
lot of
much.
the we were in a lot of the same class together. Like you definitely loved it, but you also hated like cutting weight. I feel like there was no like if there was no cutting weight, you'd probably enjoy it more.
Well, yeah. I mean, like there's a lot of for me, the more I progress into high school, like my name started to get out there. Like coaches and other people on the team, like were saying like, oh, Nick, like you could be one of the best guys in the state this year, like this and that. And
Yeah.
admittedly, I did not do a good job of managing my stress and like the way I put pressure on myself. Granted, I was 16, 17.
Yeah,
But
you
I-
were
I-
also ripping weed brownies in class too, dude.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I don't think that matters because
Yeah.
my conditioning is like super good right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did
I smoke weed every night.
Do you have asthma or no?
No.
You never had asthma, right?
I did like as a kid because I was born with like fluid in my lungs or some shit, and they had to like.
Oh, same here, dude. I almost died as a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I got some like scar on my foot where they like fucked up the injection to like save my life, and they had to do like another emergency one. But
Yeah.
my dad always tells me the story like, yeah, like don't ever get too hard on yourself because like survived like a 10-day ICU and you almost died.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, yep.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty cool, though, man. Yeah, like I said, man, you
Yeah.
definitely look happier. But like, I remember, like, I was thinking about this today, dude. Like, I remember back in the day, like, I think it was like Colin Fleury or something, like, said something to you, like, wicked aggressively.
oh,
We were
really?
like kids. I think we were like 15, 16, and like you didn't live in this neighborhood. Nobody really knew you that well at the time. But like, I remember he just said something like wicked aggressively to you, and you just fucking like hip tossed him, dude.
Oh yeah.
And like nobody, I was eating sunscreen in the background, like. Nobody even knew what just happened. Like nobody.
I don't even remember that, but it
Nobody-
sounds
dude.
like something I would do.
Yeah, because nobody knew what like hip tosses were. Like,
Yeah.
even if you did like a single leg, people would be like, "What the fuck's going on right now,
Yeah.
dude?"
I think I might remember that. I probably just tossed the hell out of them.
Yeah, we were at Haley LaRue's house, dude, and he said something to you. And I remember being like fat as fuck. Like, I was literally like probably eating a donut in the background, dude. And he was like screaming at you or something, dude. And you literally just didn't say anything and just hip tossed him, dude. And you could hear like all of the air just get
Come
sucked
out
out
of
of
his
his
lungs.
body.
Well, so here's the thing was when I was powerlifting for many years, I would walk around the grocery store, I'd walk around work, I'd walk around places, and I would think about doing that to people.
Really?
Yeah, because like I missed it so much,
Oh yeah.
you know. But and I think maybe that was like why I was kind of bothered. I was like, man, like, yeah, I just like really want to train that way again. And now that I do that to people on a daily basis,
You don't think about it as much?
no, I get it out of my system.
It's okay
Yeah.
if you do, man. I mean, I like, like,
No, I'm not, dude. Seriously, I'm like super level.
yeah.
Especially like I work in construction now too. It's like, you know, you got people yelling at you all the time. I got people telling me to fuck off and stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah,
So like you get to like take it out at the end of the day.
yeah. But I'm like, I don't even get mad. Like someone could tell me to fuck off to my face, but I don't even care anymore. Like
Yeah.
because I know, I think about like, oh well, there's not someone on my back right now trying to, you know, cut off the blood supply to my brain, trying to put me unconscious. So like nothing's really a big deal to me anymore. Because I
Yeah.
know every day there's gonna be somebody. I'm gonna get put in a position where you know the room is closing or my elbow's literally about to pop if I don't tap. So
Yeah, dude. I was like,
if anything happens, I'm just like, well,
because I mean, I've been your friend for a while, dude. So like, I mean, I think it's like obviously funny. Like, just thinking about you like taking someone's back is just like funny to me, just because I like know you. But like, I remember like being on my couch, dude, and like, all of a sudden I get like a bunch of voice memos from you, dude. You should tell the story again, but like, so what happened again? Like at the gym, like I was like crying laughing, dude. You sent me like a bunch of like what happened at the top strength, like you almost like fought some guy.
oh, that was pretty much my last straw. Before fully transitioning to jiu-jitsu, but I think some guy squatted like 600-700 pounds, but he did it in briefs. And
Like a suit.
yeah, so someone who doesn't know about powerlifting, like there's these super thick canvas, like they call them single ply or multiply suits, that basically like spring your body, like it basically you fold yourself onto that super.
Yeah,
like-
yeah. I've seen it before. Yeah.
But this guy was like yelling. He was like super fat jacked and like wicked out of shape. But he was like yelling and like, you know, kind of like puffing his chest out like before.
Yeah.
He only did one rep, and
Yeah.
he did it to a box.
Yeah.
He didn't even do it like to full depth. He sat on the box and then he sprang back up with a suit and reps. And one of the spotters came up to me and was like, "Did you fucking see that shit?" Like,
Oh, so it was a spotter, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was
him?
one of the side spotters.
Oh, I thought it
And
was him.
I didn't really know the guy or like him just by looking at
Yeah.
him. And when I'm like in the zone at the gym, like I'm like pretty much everything that I would monitor like right now
Yeah.
is out the window. So he came up to me, he's like, "You fucking see that shit? It's fucking 600, 700 pounds." And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't see shit, dude. I saw him squat to a box with wraps and a suit." And he goes, "Oh, I don't fucking care. Like, you know, 600-700 pounds, that shit would break you in half." And I was like, it wouldn't break me in half, but if you want to step outside, like I'll break you in half.
Damn, dude.
And like he kind of walked away, like flailing on his arms, and I went to go talk to my brother Ben about it, and he was just like, "Yo, calm down, like it's all good." And I just left because I was like,
Yeah.
I felt like my neck fucking swelling, and I was about to do something
Yeah,
bad.
dude. That I was on the couch, like literally crying, laughing.
Yeah, like
You didn't even
but
text
to
me,
me
dude.
now, like the way I think now, I'm like, man, that was fucking stupid. You know, like that's
Yeah, yeah,
the way I handled that was like really like immature and stupid.
yeah.
I like right now, I would have just been like, awesome, man. Like, you know, nice job.
Yeah.
Because realistically, like, the guy's an idiot. You know, I think he left after the gym after doing 1 rep with all the equipment.
Really? Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're good job, man. You know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're definitely better than that.
Yeah, I'm not like proud that I did that or anything. I don't think I'm like tough because I did that. But
Yeah, I think realistically, it's all about like I think it's okay to have those thoughts, man. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
think-
dude, like I'll see somebody like talk like with their mouth open like while they're eating, dude, and I'll just think about shooting up propane tanks. And
Yeah, I mean,
but like that's my thoughts. I'm not actually gonna do that, you know.
right.
Externally,
it
I'm just like,
it doesn't mean you're crazy or psycho or whatever. Because
Yeah.
everyone has those thoughts. It's just whether, you know, it's just how you deal with them.
yeah,
You know, if you go and tell a person like, "Hey, I'm gonna fucking kill you" or whatever, like,
dude. I like surprisingly, I was kind of like that. Like in college, I was like that a lot. Just like everything I was going through, dude. I remember like I would always need an outlet, and like rugby helped me a lot with that.
Yep.
But then I would see like what would actually happen on a rugby field and be like, holy fucking shit, dude. Like if that actually happened to me, like, dude, if you're on a rugby field, like sometimes you just see shit where you're like, dude, what the fuck am I doing right now? Like, I saw some kid get hit, like, in the air, and I'm like, I like vividly remember it. This dude gets like literally fucking leveled in the air.
oh man,
Falls to the ground and just like just lays there, and like everyone's like, oh fuck, like is he dead? Like,
yeah.
dude, he got fucking leveled. Like, dude, it would have been on like a rugby highlight tape,
Like,
dude.
You probably got CTE from that hit.
Yeah, like he was like, and then we found out afterwards, like he was internally bleeding on the ground, and if he like played again, like he would have died.
If you like,
Even if he
If
he
he, like,
played
got
one
up
more
and played
play,
the next
dude, yeah, he
snap
would
or
have died.
something.
Like he literally would have died.
it's fucked up.
Like his body would have like eaten him alive.
It's wicked fucked up.
So I'm like as much as like I was like using rugby as like an outlet, because like, dude, I always need an outlet. Like where there's like everybody
everyone
does,
needs
dude.
one, man. Everyone needs
You
one.
know, but like at the same time, like even if you've ever been in a fight, dude, like if you get punched in the face or something, like that's when like shit starts to like, you know, you hit reality and you're like, holy shit, dude.
Right.
So
And
it's
that's
kind of
that's
like-
the thing is like, you know, at that moment in the gym, like my blood pressure was like super high. I was seeing red. Like I had heavy music in my ears. I was in the middle of a workout, so I was like
Yeah.
in the zone. But you know, I wasn't in like fighting shape or anything. Like
Yeah.
in that moment, I thought like, oh man, I'm just gonna kill this guy. But it doesn't work out that way. It's
Yeah.
grindy. It's violent. It's tiring as anything you've ever done in your life. You know, it's not like, yeah, I know I'm super angry right now. It's just gonna be one punch. Like it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, it's
If
gonna
it,
be
if,
really
it
bad.
ever, if it ever were to happen, but it won't.
Yeah.
Obviously, with like laws in place and people, you know,
Yeah.
exercise their conscience and stuff.
Yeah, man, it's pretty crazy, dude. I've never like those thoughts like never crossed my mind. Like I'm never like thinking about fighting someone, but it does bother me when I see other people who are like thinking that way, like especially at the gym. Like, you know, guys who are like puffing their chest and like emphasizing their ego. Like that's like one of the reasons I'll wear like big and tall like
Yeah.
polos to the gym, because I just want people to be like, you know, this is like a make-a-wish for this kid, like just
Yeah, and that was probably another big reason why I wanted to go to jiu-jitsu, because I would be, you know, when I was powerlifting, I was really strong for my weight. You know, it's when I was like 180. I was like repping out like 400 plus pounds on my back for, you know, 5-6 reps.
Yeah.
And then I get all these guys like looking at me, like, you know, they want to do something. And then I would just like, it would just bother me so bad that this person's like looking at me like, you know,
yeah.
like
If
why does this guy like keep puffing his chest at me because I'm like smaller than him and I'm lifting more weight than him? Like, so I don't know. It's just like just dealing with other people, whether you try to or not, they're just gonna kind of infiltrate in like your headspace. So I was like, I just don't want to be involved with it anymore. I want to be
Yeah.
like surrounded by people who, you know, are on the same wavelength as me, which is at a jiu-jitsu gym.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like if you think about it though, like if I think about like a power lifter, like I don't think I've ever been like intimidated by a power lifter.
No.
Like if someone lifts like
Right.
6 or 7, I'm not like I'm like, dude, that guy's stiff as shit.
yeah, right.
Like
Exactly. And at that point in time, I was like, all I did for 5 days a week was, you know, heavy squat, bench, deadlift volume.
yeah, like in my head, I'm scared of the guy who's doing like 100 pull-ups, dude. Like he's doing like ab circuit and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like maybe even doing like some kettlebells. Like I'm more scared of that guy than I am like of the guy who's like smashing deadlifts, like
Yeah, right. And it's like, but you know, you can think on a deeper level.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of these guys in the gym, like I don't know, man. They're just like, it's very like a shallow level of thinking.
Yeah. I mean, that must be like their way of, that must be their outlet though, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, they're just like guys who are trying to prove whatever in this small, like, you know, it's the small gym in Rhode Island. Like, the world is much bigger than you trying to, you know, assert your dominance over this one guy who's smaller than you, lifting more weight than you, you know, like,
Yeah.
there's so many different countries and places in the world. Like, you're really going to get caught up about, you know, lifting more weight than a powerlifter at a small gym in Rhode Island. Like,
Yeah.
take it easy, dude.
Yeah.
know?
You kind of, I mean, it's easy to get caught up in the medicine too, man. Like Eric, when I went to get my, cause I've had knee problems for a while.
Yep.
Like, I think everybody knows that, but like, I just came to the point where I was like, dude, I'm so fucked up right now. Like, I got to figure something out, dude.
Yep.
And like, I mean, Eric Travers, shout out Eric Travers, dude.
Yeah, it's my strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah. I
Train with
mean,
him twice a week.
he definitely helped me a lot, but like, not only did he help me, kind of like, he was like, dude, like, you're stiff as fuck. Like, you're bored, man. Like, you know, you need some sort of mobility.
Yeah.
And like, dude, my mobility is like, it's only been like a month, dude. My mobility is like increased dramatically.
That's good.
But,
I mean,
like,
when I first went to him in, I think I first went to him in June or July.
yeah.
I mean, I was moving decent, but I wasn't moving great, you know. And
Yeah.
you know, he was my wrestling captain. We grew up wrestling together we were close, but he told me like straight up, like, hey man, like, you know, you're not moving too well right now, but we'll get you there. You know, he's an honest guy, but sometimes you need a slice of humble pie, you know.
Yeah.
It's not all about just fire emojis, clapping hands, and
Yeah.
keep it up, bro.
It was hard for me to find someone too who like would just tell me like how it is. Like,
Yeah.
you see so many people who are like so-called experts, or like, this is what it is, and it's
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing about the fitness industry is that, you know, most of it is you see online, so anybody can claim anything
yeah,
and claim that they're an expert in anything, and you know, for general population, they don't really know what it takes to be an expert. So those,
it's also tough too, because like a lot of physical therapists, like, they don't even lift. You know what I mean? It's hard to
Right,
find a
yeah.
physical therapist who's like a doctor of physical therapy who also lifts.
Yeah, like they're not in the trenches with their clients.
Yeah.
You know, they're not really practicing what they preach, so to
Yeah.
speak.
But
But that's why I like Eric so much, because he's not giving you any workout that he's never done. And some of the conditioning stuff he gives me is grueling, you know. Takes
Yeah,
me like
yeah.
20 minutes for me to even think about like eating afterwards, cuz I just feel like my nervous system is just like shocked.
really, what type of like stuff though? Like, what are you doing? Because like I don't even know
just
what.
like super grueling assault bike rounds. And he'll have me do kind of like combat sports related like circuit conditioning, but
Mhm.
it'll be after like a whole entire hour of like, you know, like dynamic moves, power,
Yeah.
strength.
How long do you work out for?
About an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah, man.
It's like nonstop, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely, that like obviously translates over to jiu-jitsu and stuff. Me, dude, it's gonna take me a while. It's gonna take me a while to like do.
Yeah. Well,
like,
the strength and conditioning that he has me do, I went to him because I knew he wrestled D1, and you know he got exposure from, you know, Olympic level coaches.
yeah,
So I'm like, oh man, like, you know, jiu-jitsu is my main focus, but they work really well together because, you know, I get in better conditioning every jiu-jitsu practice I go to,
mm-hmm.
so I can perform better at strength and conditioning, and then I perform better at jiu-jitsu because every single time I step out of strength and conditioning, you know, I just did like a fucking crazy workout, and you know,
But like, as far as like the future though, like, do you see yourself like, obviously you see yourself like competing in jiu-jitsu, right?
yeah, I'm competing in 3 weeks from now.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Shit. Is it like, it's like a tournament?
Yeah.
Where is it?
it's in Tingsboro, Mass.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What like, what do you expect from that?
I'm not really expecting much, man. I'm just really hungry to like compete, honestly. Like I just love it.
How does that work? Like, is it just like kind of like a wrestling tournament? Like, they have mats set up everywhere, and then you just,
Yeah, pretty much.
is it like winner moves on, or?
So
Is there, like, a
it
set
really
schedule
there's so many different federations you can compete through in jiu-jitsu. and grappling in general. And the rule sets are all different. Time limits are different.
Yeah.
There's like no time limit submission only matches. In no gi, there's gi like 5-6 minute matches, and it's based off like a point system. But this is I think it's 5-minute matches. It's kind of like pretty standard rule set. I'm doing no gi at a white belt level, but
So
I don't-
you're only competing against white belts?
Yeah.
Okay.
so I don't have much expectations, honestly. I'm just gonna go in there and I'm just gonna be hunting for a submission the entire time.
Yeah. How many matches do you think you're gonna partake in? Like, do you know?
Don't really know. Probably like 5.
Oh, really?
4
Dude,
or
that must
5.
be exhausting, man.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean-
Can you make any
I
money?
mean, well,
like,
it's gonna
in-
be really tiring, but I mean, I do it like pretty much every day.
Yeah. Can you make any money in jiu-jitsu, or is it just like for
Yeah,
fun?
you can. I mean, you're gonna have to make it to like the top level of
Mm-hmm.
you have to make the top level of sport, and like the top level of sports are people who legit sleep on mats and practice
Really?
2-3 times a day. You know, I've been doing it for years, but
Yeah.
you can get through like sponsors and like cash tournaments and instructional videos you can sell and stuff like that. But I don't think I'll ever get to that point because
Yeah.
you know,
You don't think you will? After like 10 years or something?
no, because I'm never gonna make it my full-time job.
Oh, really? What
I don't plan on it right now. I mean, you never know what the future holds. But
yeah. I've always wondered, what's the difference between like a black belt and like a 10th planet black belt? Is 10th planet like
So 10th planet is a no-gi submission. It's a no-gi system. So
it's like those dudes wearing
so like
spandex?
a traditional Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt is going to be well versed in gi and no-gi. So 10th planet, Eddie Bravo is the guy who founded 10th planet, and he developed a system for jiu-jitsu and MMA.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like rubber guard, like high guard, like lockdown, half guard from bottom and stuff like that. It's a lot of weird things.
Didn't he like beat some legend from Brazil?
Yeah, he beat Hoyler Gracie at in the ADCC finals. ADCC is like the Abu Dhabi Combat Club. It's the highest.
So he's like a god, basically.
Eddie Bravo.
No, that guy
Hoyler Gracie. Well, yeah, he was the son to. He was one of the sons.
to Henzo.
No,
Who's Henzo?
Henzo is on the other side of the family.
Oh, really?
He's a cousin of Hickson.
But their family's
Hoyler.
just like the big swinging dick, right?
Yeah, they are the family that pretty much came over from Brazil and made it big in America. Like Hickson and I think Horian Gracie.
Whose son is in the UFC? Is that Hickson?
Hickson Gracie's son Crone
Is in the
fights at
UFC?
featherweight, 145.
Yeah. And he's like,
Crone Gracie.
yeah, he's fucking like,
Yeah, he's
nasty, right?
a 2013 ADCC champion.
yeah. I think I saw
he
some.
lost his last fight,
Really?
but he
Oh.
is
Like as far as jiu-jitsu goes, though, like he just fucking kills people.
top of the food chain, dude. Top of the food chain.
I think I saw like
He's in the same camp as Nate and Nick Diaz.
oh yeah, so they walk out together.
Yeah, and they do triathlons together. You know, they've got the whole like fuck you energy. Like they
Yeah.
always post pictures of them like smoking weed like when they're training and doing triathlons.
Yeah, dude. I forgot. I was watching that on YouTube. Like,
Which is crazy because Hickson, his
Yeah.
dad, is like super traditional, like respect,
Yeah.
honor, Gracie
Yeah.
name, and Kron is kind of like he's still at the top of the food chain as far as his grappling skills, but his mindset is a bit different, which I prefer. I kind of like.
Like the fuck you mindset.
Well, not really, but he's just his own person. He's an individual.
Yeah.
And he's really passionate about, what he believes in. And he's not letting anybody in their opinions infiltrate his mind or what he believes in. So, he'll post a picture of him, smoking weed with gloves on or something. And, he doesn't care what anybody has to say. But, that's the mindset you really need because,
Yeah.
once you let people like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, shouldn't be doing that, like, you start second guessing it.
Yeah.
That's when you start to kind of crumble, I think. Whereas,
Yeah, that's true, man.
I mean, dude, like you could I feel like you could smoke weed every night, but as long as you're not like overthinking it, or like a lot of it's mental.
Yeah, like the mental endurance.
Yeah, like think about like let's say you were a wrestler and like you smoked weed every night, but like no one ever told you that would affect your performance.
Yeah.
Like, do you think it would affect your performance? Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, I mean,
or it could, but you would never know it, and it would never be like a roadblock in your head. But like
Yeah.
growing up, people like health class, they'd be like, "Don't do it. It's like destroys your cardio, destroys your body." You're gonna
yeah, man, it's
just like propaganda.
yeah.
right?
When I used to do it, my biggest thing was like, I'd be like, oh shit, like,
It's
what
gonna,
if
it's gonna mess up my training, right?
No, it wasn't like a
Oh.
dare classroom thing. It was like, oh fuck, like what if this person finds out like I'm doing this? But the reality was like nobody could tell. Like
Yeah.
nobody even people could think like watching right now I'm on like legit heroin. Like they have no idea. You know.
Well, I mean, they would probably
Yeah,
know
but
that,
like but like I could smoke weed every weekend. Like I don't smoke weed, but like even if I did, like nobody would probably know. You know what I mean?
yeah. So like growing up wrestling, I was good. I was place in the state, whatever. But a lot of times like I'd smoked weed a lot like in the season, and like
Yeah.
a lot of times I'd be like, fuck, dude, like my practice is gonna suck tomorrow. Like it's gonna affect me. Like I'm gonna I shouldn't be doing this right now. Now I do it pretty much every night,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't ever like think about.
When you say you do it every night, like you talking about like a little bit, or you just get like violently stoned? Like, what do you do? Like, do you laugh at that stuff? Like, because I felt like I was.
Well,
Yeah.
for me right now, I mean, since every single day, pretty much, except for most weekends, and since May, I wake up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Drive to a construction site, 6 a.m. Work like 6 to 3, 6 to 2:30. Go home. Sometimes I go straight to strength and conditioning with Eric, and then literally suck down water, protein shake, some Gatorade if I can. And I drive straight to jiu-jitsu. By the time I get home, it's like 7:30, 8 p.m. And for me to get 8 hours of sleep, I have to go to sleep at 8 p.m. So I'll just go outside, smoke a joint, and just like try and unwind. But I never have the time to. And I'm always sacrificing sleep. But I mean, ever since I was growing up, I've always just loved weed. I love the effects. I love the way it
Yeah.
makes me feel.
Yeah, man. We used to have
I've-
some like really good times together.
Yeah, man. And like since I've been doing it all the time now that I'm out of the military, I've like reconnected with like friends that I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at this point, if you're still like looking at weed as like a bad thing, or like
Yeah.
only like idiots do whatever, I think you're fucking like really stupid.
Yeah. A lot of people do it,
Like-
man.
What?
A lot of
Yeah.
people do it, man.
Like I'm taking 19 credits right now online, and I'm doing it while working 40 hours a week. So
Yeah.
I take my classes like while at a construction site, and I'm juggling, strength and conditioning and jiu-jitsu, and I'm like passionate about all four of those things. And I've got straight
Mhm.
A's right now. Smoke weed every night. I
Yeah.
do well every day at my job. Like
Yeah, man.
it really just comes down to the way you perceive everything and the way you
Mhm.
let it affect you. Like if you smoke weed and you're like, oh my god, like I feel like crazy right now, like
Yeah.
my next day is gonna be fucked up, like this, that. But I mean, me, it's just like I feel good. I don't know, helps me go to sleep.
Good for you, man. Yeah, I think weed's awesome, man. Like for me, it was never like I wasn't like, dude, this is gonna fucking hurt my body. It was just like, I think I would just scare people, like genuinely, when we would get high together.
Yeah.
Because like if you see me high, dude, like I'm just saying like the most wild
It's
shit.
just hilarious.
Yeah, so like the only reason, like if I'm just being completely honest, like the only reason I ever did it was primarily just to fit in. Like I just wanted to make
Yeah.
people laugh, but internally, like I was eating myself alive.
I mean, I think for me, like you could tell when I was, but I never like really changed that much. I just like laughed a bit more, and
Like I remember like,
right now I do it all the time, and I'll like go grocery shopping for like a couple hours,
oh dude, that sounds awesome, man.
and like or whatever. I'll do it, and then I'll go work out for like 2 hours in my
Yeah.
backyard. I'll go do like
Mhm.
a couple hundred pull-ups, and I'll do some like jiu-jitsu moves like stoned. I don't go to practice
Yeah.
like stoned or anything because it's so intense. Like I'm just gonna sweat it out in like 15 minutes probably. But
Yeah, there's different components to it, man. Like the one thing with me, like I think with weed, I would never like do it in moderation. I'd always be like, yo, let's get like violently high, and I just wanted to just like laugh. Like that's all I wanted to do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily do it in moderation. Like I usually like smoke a whole joint to my face every night.
Yeah, I mean like
But I mean,
like
when I like, you know, I'm the type of guy where if I'm doing something, I want to really immerse myself in it, and I want to
Mhm.
get the full effects. So when I drink coffee, I drink it black, and I find ways to like
yeah.
brew it really well so I can get the effects of the coffee and like really appreciate it for what it is. So for weed, I was never the type of guy to be like, okay, like I'm good, guys, like I'm
Yeah.
high. I'm like, okay, like come on, like
Yeah, dude, you would get violently high.
I'm like, let me feel it.
Yeah,
like,
but let me-
let's see what this is about,
Yeah, let me like paint a picture for you, dude. Okay, me and you, dude, we're hanging out, right?
Yeah.
Just like the old days, right? We're in your car, dude. You whip out a bong. We just take massive hits, right?
Yep.
You're wicked high, dude. In your head, you're having like the most positive thoughts ever. Like
Yeah.
you're just thinking
Feeling
about,
amazing.
yeah, you're
Not
like,
worried
dude,
about anything.
yeah, dude, having the fucking time of your life.
Yep.
All of a sudden, dude, I fucking rip one, and I'm like, yo, dude, what if I had 6 dicks and drove through this house? And then all of a sudden, you're just like, all those good thoughts, dude, just vanish, dude, and you're like, what? Why would you say that, man?
I remember one time we skipped we both agreed that we would skip a class. Remember?
Yeah, it was social studies. Yeah.
We're like, yo, we're gonna skip this class. We're gonna go behind DHC, which isn't even there anymore. Diamond Hill Convenience. I remember we like smoked out of my bong that I kept under my car seat like a high school idiot. Like that was stupid.
Yeah, dude.
My car always reeked. But I remember we like got super high, and I remember like driving in like the right lane. I'm like, I just look at Rio, was like, hey man, what if I just like whipped into the left lane and got in a head-on collision?
Yeah,
we both started dying laughing.
Yeah.
Like, but to us at that point,
Yeah,
in
like,
our
dude,
high
that
school
was,
minds, like that was hilarious.
Yeah, dude,
Obviously
that
now
was.
that's fucked up to think about, but
I mean, that was
it's
probably
actually a phenomenon. Do you know that?
what?
Like, you ever just drive down like you ever just like driving down like the right side? You're obviously on the right side of traffic, but you're like, what if I like at any moment I could just like kind of tilt
Yeah.
my hand to the left
Mhm.
and I could get in a head-on collision.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's all those types of things are like phenomenons that like everyone kind of thinks about here and there.
Yeah.
Obviously you'd never act upon it, but the thought like crosses your mind, which is like pretty crazy. Or you're like on like the top of like a 20-story building, you're like, if I just stepped off right now, like I would die. Like that's a possibility.
Yeah. For
You
me, it's more like if I'm driving down the road, like a lot of the times when I see like bikers and shit, I'll just think about fucking absolutely fucking hauling ass through all of them. Just like emotionless, dude. And I could probably do it. Like if there was no repercussions, like I fucking hate cyclists, man.
Really?
They
I
make
could never
me-
do that. I feel no animosity towards
Dude, I was driving down.
I honestly don't think I could ever. I don't think I would ever buy one or ride it
Oh, cycle?
unless I like move to like New Hampshire, Vermont.
No, I
like,
get it, dude. It's fucking awesome. Like I've been cycling, dude. It's a great workout, man. It's like really peaceful. But dude, sometimes there's like cyclists who will literally just ride in the middle of the
Oh, you're talking
road.
about cyclists? I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about motorcycles.
Oh no, dude. What
Oh,
the
cyclists,
fuck?
cyclists.
I would never do that, dude. Anytime I see a motorcycle, I'm like, dude, just back off. Like, yeah, if I ever saw like a motorcycle crash, I'd have like PTSD.
So cyclists, dude.
Talking about cyclists, dude.
You know what? I hear a lot of people always say stuff like that. They're like really like bothered by cyclists, but for me, actually, like when I see cyclists, I'm like, dude, I stick my hand out of my window. I'm like, fuck yeah,
Really?
yeah, because the way I think about it is, dude, there's so many people who get angry at cyclists, but like the way I think about it is like this guy is electing to choose a bicycle right now and like be healthy and like really
Yeah.
good workout. And he's like, if you bike a long time, dude, it's level changes and this and that, like, dude, it's gonna be tough. You're gonna burn a lot of calories.
Oh, dude, I respect the
Really,
passion, dude.
really respect it.
I really respect the passion, dude. It's just like, dude, if I'm
If
I'm
they're in your
driving down the
lane or
road
something.
and you have like, it's an ego thing. It's like, dude, you have all that fucking room and you're gonna be a dick right now, bro. You know what I mean?
I think
I've
they're-
also,
I think they're
like-
so in the zone because
Yeah.
because what if they're on their like 20th mile? Like, do you think they're thinking about the car that's in the lane?
Yeah, I've also talked to like multiple cyclists too on the side of the road when
Oh,
fishing, and I've had like really bad altercations with them.
Oh, really?
Like I would be fishing, like having a good time, and they'd be like, you can't fish here, right? And I'm like, eat my fucking balls, dude.
Yeah, no. For me, I'm just like, dude, I'll, if it means I have to go like 20 miles per hour for like 5 minutes. I don't even care. Because
Really?
I'm just like,
Good for you, man. Honestly,
dude, whatever reason, always, man. Whenever I see him, I'm just like, fuck yeah.
I don't know what it is, man. I think it's a mixture of the altercations I've had with like fishing. Cause me and you. I mean, I don't know if you still like fishing. Like I used to love fishing. Like it was kind of an escape for me.
No, I haven't fished in years.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't either, but like back in the day, like these altercations would take place all the time. They'd be like, you can't fish here, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And they'd be like, no, like you can't fish here, and I'm like, dude, can you just like?
Well, I mean, those were reservoir police. Like that was their actual job.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, just let the res police, take care of it, dude. Just like.
Oh,
go
you mean
home,
like,
do what?
like there's
the
like,
cyclists? Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I never had a cyclist tell me like not to fish in a certain spot.
Really? Yeah, maybe it's just me, man. Like I was driving down Res Road once, and I actually saw a cyclist get hit, and he was like trapped under the car, dude. And I literally just drove by laughing.
Wait, seriously? Holy shit, dude!
I was fucking with you. That never
okay.
happened. No. I honestly might laugh though, dude. Like I would stop obviously, but I'd be like, oh, this is kind of funny. As long as he was okay, like no limbs were hurt or anything like that.
I think if he's trapped underneath a car, he would not be okay in any capacity. Any stretch of the word okay, he would not be.
Yeah, no.
No, he'd be like probably bleeding out and like close to.
I guess it depends how hard he got hit, dude. Sometimes, you can just fucking.
I mean, if he's under the car, he's probably got ran over and got stuck there.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, he might have massive quads, dude. He might just take like a man, dude. Fucking ride that shit off.
Well.
yeah,
Honestly,
but dude,
I
mean,
know
back
about
to
that.
the whole weed thing. Like, I do remember that, man. I'm just saying, like, with me, dude, it's like, I never want to be the guy to like ruin someone's positive vibes. That's like a fear of mine. So like, if someone's having like a really good time, and I'm just like, if I'm stoned and I'm playing the what if game with an intention to laugh, and like, someone's like, whoa, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, that's hilarious, like on paper, but like internally, dude, that's gonna eat me alive for a while. You know what I mean? But I think that's like why. I think that's why people wanted to get high with me when I was younger, because I would just say like wild stuff. But it's like,
I mean,
it was all in good intention.
I
I never meant to hurt anyone.
I never think about like the things I say are gonna, ruin someone's high or whatever. No.
But dude,
I mean, if I'm hanging out with the person that would ever, like,
dude, like there were moments like where we would get high and you'd just be like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like I can't deal with this right now. I think probably not, but definitely maybe not with you,
No.
dude.
Dude, I'm like,
Yeah, not you.
you could say
It would be
anything
with Ben. It would be with Ben.
anything to me.
Yeah,
I would never.
Ben was kind of like that though, dude. I'd be like blasting like Love Sosa, like laughing my ass off, and he'd be like, dude, just stop right now.
I can't do this right now.
But like with us, dude, I remember.
Yeah.
Dude, you remember this? This is like one of the best moments of my life, dude. We were at the bike path, smoking marijuana, and we ran across the Stop and Shop parking lot, dude. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Dude, I literally thought I was in like 300. I thought you were
Good time,
wearing a Spartan cap.
Really?
Legitimately, dude. I vividly saw you with a Spartan cap on, dude. That was like one of the
I
best.
just remember like running across the parking lot and like screaming, just like kind of being really. It was like really in that moment,
Oh yeah, dude, that was.
It just goes to show, man, and like if you like really just, don't overthink things and just fucking live in the moment like that, like you just have a great fucking time.
Yeah, you really can, man.
Okay, because in that moment, like we were high, running across a parking lot. There was nobody in the parking lot, but in our heads, like we thought we were Spartan warriors.
We thought we were going to war, dude.
Yeah, and it was just like you felt like this crazy feeling. You were like, wow, that was great.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna tell my kids that, dude. Like, I vividly remember that, dude.
I don't really remember that.
Really? Like, in my head, like, I remember, like, You Raised Me Up by Josh Groban was playing, like, in my head, dude. I thought you had, like, a Spartan cap on.
Oh, shit.
And I thought we were meeting up with, like, another general. You know what I mean? About to, like, talk shit with him, dude. But, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. I mean, sometimes I think about going back to it. I just, like...
Dude, I actually almost smoked weed before coming on here, but I was like,
oh, really?
Probably a bad idea.
Should have. That'd be funny.
Well, I figured you weren't going to be, so I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, why are you thinking about that, dude?
Huh?
Why are you scared, dude?
Well, I don't know. Like, it's just two of us on a podcast. I want us to kind of be on like the same like wavelength.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't even notice, to be honest.
Probably not.
I might at some point, but like I wouldn't be like.
Depends how much I did.
Yeah, definitely.
That depends how much I
Yeah.
I would have done.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I would never like. I'm not the type of person to be like, dude, you fucking high right now, man. Like,
Oh, of course not. I wasn't worried about that, but I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be like crying, laughing at myself like for no reason.
Oh, that'd be
and you're
great,
just-
dude.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
probably would have been funny.
But I mean, but aside from that, dude, like, I've always wondered, like, what type of foods do you eat, man? Like,
Oh, because I'm vegan?
not just because you're vegan, man. I just feel like, no homo. The acai bowls, dude. Like, took me a while to figure those out, man.
Yeah.
Because you said, you know, you need to freeze the banana, dude. I would just throw the banana in like warm, and it would really.
Freezing the banana. So in really like in any recipe or like anytime you're like doing it, because a recipe is kind of just like a proven experiment, if anything, if you will. So like in any experiment, like temperature always matters, you know, like temperature of things always matter. And when you have a frozen banana as opposed to a fresh banana, like that frozen, you know, that frozen temperature, it's gonna make the acai bowl like a lot colder, kind of give it like that ice cream.
Yeah, it's essential though.
Yeah, and the frozen banana gives it a much different texture than a fresh banana.
Like
Game changer.
Yeah, like thicker. Yeah.
Way thicker. You want that thickness, and you kind of wanted that coldness.
That's what I'm saying,
like,
dude.
Almost like that ice cream consistency.
Yeah, it's rough, man. You have to have a good blender.
You have to have a good blender. I have a blender where the blades are vertically on the actual.
Don't you have like a Ninja?
Yeah, but what you really need is like a I forget the name of it.
Like a NutriBullet?
Not a NutriBullet. It's I can't remember the name, but you just need a blender where the blades are on the bottom, and you have like a plunger. Because if you have the blades on the bottom, and you have a plunger, you don't need any liquid. Like you can just put frozen acai and frozen bananas in there.
When you say a plunger, like you have to like stuff it down, right?
Yeah, because it's so cold and there's no liquid that
Yeah.
anything on the top won't go down to the bottom and catch. So you force it down with a plunger, but it gets super thick and super cold, and it's like the consistency like you want. Whereas like
man.
my blender, I have to add like a splash of water, and then I have to mix it, and then I have to like push it all down. But I have to take the cover off. I have to take cover off, push it all down, add a little more water, push it all down, add a little more water.
Okay.
And because I'm adding so little water, I still get that like the perfect consistency, but it takes a lot longer, and it has taken me like a lot of tries for me to like perfect it.
Yeah, man. You told me about it, and like I'm pretty sure I lost power for like 30 minutes once I started the blender. There was just like absolute ruckus, and then when I was done, it was just like fucking water. So I was like, all right, I fucked up. But
Yeah.
you also have to put it on slow, dude. I put it on like high speed with a warm
No,
banana.
you want it on high.
Really?
You want it on high, yeah.
Fuck, dude. Don't you want it to like blend like nice and slowly though?
Well, if you keep it on fast,
Maybe it was the timing. Maybe I just
If
kept
you
it in there
keep it
for too
on-
long.
if you keep it on high, it's gonna give you that nice like kind of ice cream consistency.
Really? Maybe I just kept it in there too long, and then it was like really emotional, man. Like when I was done, dude, and I fucked up, I was like,
Oh, I mean, dude, I first got into making my own acai bowls because I would go all
they're
the
pretty
time.
expensive, man. If you get them at like a regular shop, dude.
That's why I stopped going.
Yeah.
I was like, I love acai bowls, but I'm just gonna make them myself. And
Yeah, dude.
dude, the first ones I made were trash. Like, this fucking sucks. I went back to the shop because I was like, I was making my own, but I wasn't getting that satisfaction.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to have to go into fucking Coffee Connection and then be like, yeah, this is a kid who fucking lit his farts on fire.
They know you as that?
Probably, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they definitely know. I used to go there all the fucking time, dude.
Well, it's also local, so
Yeah.
they probably
Yeah, I would go there all the
probably know
time, dude.
probably know one of the workers or something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know them personally, dude, but I'm sure they watch like the videos I make, and they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Just like eating a salad by myself, they're like, this is fucked up. Like, so.
Yeah, I pretty much like exclusively go out to eat alone.
Really?
Yeah, for years, dude.
You have to find the right restaurant, though, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, when I was living in like different states and stuff in the military and stuff, I would always go out to eat alone, and I'd go to movies alone. Like,
Really?
yeah,
I've been
but
to a
I
movie by
never.
myself.
What?
The only movie I ever saw by myself was the Joker.
Dude, I went to go see that alone by myself too, but going alone to a movie is fucking sick.
Yeah, it really is, man.
Because you don't have to. I mean, not saying I don't like to go to movies with other people, but you don't have to worry about like having side conversation. Because
Yeah,
no
you don't
matter
have
how
to worry
close the
about
friend
the.
is, like, you have to, because you guys are like hanging out, you've got to like obligate like some side conversation.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the fat chick next to you fucking munching down popcorn, dude.
Well, you still have to worry about that because you're still in the theater and there's gonna be other people. That's the
Yeah.
part that really fucking bothers me.
If you go on a weekday though, dude, in the morning, nobody's ever there. You could you could spank one out.
Yeah, I mean, you probably could honestly if it was an empty theater, but
I mean, obviously, there's like a lot of
gotta-
risk involved in that, but
yeah, you gotta kind of run the risk versus reward.
also it
there.
depends on the movie. You know what I mean? If you're spanking one out to Joker, like, you might want to see someone, but
You're probably gonna get arrested.
yeah, no doubt, dude.
But yeah, dude, going to movies is tough for me because that's probably like my biggest pet peeve is the smell of popcorn and the crunch it makes when people eat it. Like, dude, I used to be way worse as a kid. Like as a kid, I used to lift up my bowl or plate of food from the family table and I would go eat in a side table. Because like the chewing of other people would like
Could bother you.
fucking dude, it'd run me up a wall.
Yeah, I mean, dude, chewing in general kind of bothers me a little bit.
But I'm way better with it now. But dude, popcorn, man, like the smell of like that fake butter,
Like the butter, yeah.
the smell of like that oil,
Mm-hmm.
and like the people just I just see them like fucking like rushing, rumbling their hand in the giant bag and like throwing it in their mouth and it's all oily and shit.
Yeah.
I'm just like fuck.
What?
Fucking bothers me, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
dude. There's a one smell that really gets me going, dude. Is like the smell of fresh grass.
Like you enjoy the smell of fresh
Oh,
grass?
dude, if I
Smell of fresh grass is fucking.
I work for Amazon now as a delivery driver,
Oh really?
and I deliver in like Southborough, Massachusetts, so it's like a pretty nice area. Sometimes, I mean, the majority of the time, it's usually like a really large house,
Yep.
and they'll just have fucking Scott's turf grow, dude. Dude, the second I step foot on that grass, bro,
It's a good feeling.
I'm rock hard.
It's a good feeling.
Like if their family's outside, like it's over, man.
It's a good smell.
It really is, man. That and like fucking dude, if you walk on Scott's turf grow, like somebody who has sprinklers, man, like fresh cut grass, if you walk on that barefoot, dude, you just get like a tingling sensation, man.
Yeah, I mean walking barefoot on grass is sick.
Dude, that's what when I was a child, like
I go in my backyard all the time, walk barefoot on grass. Feels so good.
Oh, dude, you ever like sat on a sprinkler as a child?
No,
No, missing out, dude.
sitting on a sprinkler. Would your
Dude,
ass go
when
over?
I was younger, you know how I was like morbidly obese.
You weren't morbidly obese. You were pretty fat.
Yeah. Dude, they used to be my favorite, man. Going to like birthday parties and just sitting on sprinklers,
Would you
dude.
like your shorts get all wet?
Yeah, dude. But it's the best
Like,
feeling,
It's the best
dude.
feeling.
If you like, yeah, man.
Do you have a bidet?
a bidet, like
Yeah.
like a toilet that shoots water up your ass?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like the same thing to me.
No, dude. It was just like I don't know, man. Dude, you know how like
Would it feel good? Like you liked the feeling of your shorts getting wet, or what?
it was more like my gooch. Like my gooch would get like soaked.
Dude, that sounds terrible. Because then you have to walk around the party the whole time with your shorts.
Well, I already had a bathing suit on, dude.
With a bathing suit.
You've never ran through a sprinkler, dude? You're like in a
I know.
line and you take turns.
Okay, listen, dude. Running through a sprinkler and sitting on a sprinkler are two way different things.
Yeah.
Running
That's-
through a sprinkler is something that anybody would enjoy. Sitting on a sprinkler is not something everybody's considering. They're not
Dude,
looking
dude.
at a sprinkler. Most people are looking at a sprinkler. They're like, I want to run through that. Not many people are looking
Yeah.
at a sprinkler and saying, yo, I want to sit on that, let my ass get soaking wet.
Dude, but the reason they're not thinking that because they haven't tried it yet.
Dude, you need to install a bidet in your toilet.
Isn't that like a Japanese thing? That was in Japan, right? I believe.
I don't honestly know about Asia. I think it's mostly famous in Europe.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never used one, to be honest with you. I was just saying like
I've got one in my toilet.
really?
Yeah.
I was just saying like the mixture of like running
I-
through the grass barefoot while sitting on a sprinkler, dude. Like those two
Yeah.
combined, that'll make for a good birthday party.
So my parents actually installed one in the toilet.
Was it pricey?
That was like $70, $80, but we installed it because when COVID first hit,
Mm-hmm.
like everybody was going crazy for like paper towels and toilet paper.
Dude.
So we were like, fuck it, we're just gonna order a bidet and we don't need it.
Does it take a while to get used to that though? Like the first shot, like you just kind of like.
It's not like that crazy.
Is it like a power wash or aggressive, or is it just kind of like a little shot?
It's constant stream. Like
Really?
Yeah, you just like
Is it like a motion sensor? Or you have to like hold it down.
no, it's just like you position the nozzle like where you need it.
Oh, you can move it.
Yeah, you can move it with like a lever. It like goes back
Oh,
and forth,
shit.
and then you can kind of like wherever you need it.
Yeah.
Every ass is, and then
Yeah. I
you
mean,
just
every
turn,
ass
you
is
just turn
different.
it
yeah.
on, and it's like pretty high pressure.
Okay, so it's like medium pressure. It's not like a power
Well,
washer.
like, dude, think about this. If a bird shits on your face when you're walking down the street,
hmm
are you gonna wipe it with a towel, or are you gonna wash it with water? Think about it.
Yeah. I was just gonna say I'm gonna eat it, but that was fucked up.
No, you're not gonna eat it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat it. Yeah, I would want some sort of
Like-
moisture. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would want like
If
a
you-
wet
but
wipe.
If you take a dry towel and you just wipe the bird shit out of your face, like
It's gonna make it worse. Yeah.
you're gonna smear it down the side of your face.
Yeah.
And realistically, what's the difference between you doing that to your ass when it has shit on it?
But dude, is there a?
You're pretty much just spreading the shit around your ass. You're not really cleaning until you step in the shower. So
Yeah.
the bidet literally like cleans your ass, and then you can go about your day.
So do you do both though? Do you use the bidet and wipe, or you just use the bidet and then you just fucking move on?
Well, yeah.
'Cause, like, it's still
use
wet.
the bidet, and I use like a towel to like dry my ass.
Like a white
I don't
towel?
want to waste toilet paper. And when your
Okay.
ass is like soaking wet, the toilet paper just breaks up.
When you say towel, like do you mean like a white towel?
I mean, it doesn't have to be white. It can be whatever color the towel is, but
Dude, like
I use like a hand towel, like a face cloth towel. I just like
doesn't have like a skid mark on it afterwards.
no, because your ass is clean, dude.
Okay,
Your ass is completely clean from the
it's
bidet.
completely clean.
Yeah. So yeah, like I mean, yeah, if you took a shit and then you use like a hand towel to wipe your ass, like yeah, right, skid mark on it. But once you're like, you, like you use the towel once your ass is like sparkly clean. That way, the only thing on it is water.
I was confused for a second. I was like,
Yeah.
dude,
I mean, if you take a shit and then you use like a towel, to wipe it, like it's gonna have shit all over it. Like yeah, that's fucked up.
that's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, that's wicked fucked up. Then you have to throw it in the. You have to immediately wash it.
Yeah, throw it away, dude. You know, I'm not even gonna wash that, dude. If you wash that with other clothes, like,
So if you ever shit your pants, you throwing away those pants, or you gonna wash them?
oh, dude, those pants are never gonna be the same, man. Dude, you know what's been happening to me?
I mean, I've never shit my pants.
Dude,
but
honestly,
I probably
like,
wouldn't throw them away. You can wash it out. It's shit, dude.
I mean, dude, if you see some of the shits I take, dude, like recently I've actually been going through underwear pretty quick because I've been putting holes in my gooch, like the part of my underwear where my gooch is, dude. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's from exercising, like maybe my mobility's increased, and that's what it's happening, like, or it's just like my ass is just like a fucking, it's just like unknown territory, dude, and it's putting holes in my underwear. But like I've noticed, like I've been picking on my underwear, and I'm like, dude, there's a legit hole where my gooch is, and I don't know what it's from, dude. I don't know if it's from farting. It could honestly be from farting, like the pressure, because I fart a lot during the day, or it could just be from like mobility. I hope it's mobility, but
Like you're squatting like super deep now, and
I'm not really squatting that deep. I'm just doing like a lot of like different exercises that I've never done before that involve spreading my legs apart.
I don't really wear like cotton underwear, so I don't know.
I wear like the compression kind, so it's like compression
And that
underwear.
rips.
Yeah, dude, we're talking about like immense power. Like we're talking about like a lot of pressure.
I don't know. This is hard for me to picture.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've been thinking about it a lot. Like I haven't Googled anything yet,
I'm
but
trying to like make sense of this, but like it's just like not making sense in my head.
what I think it's honestly like my ass is just it's just naturally wet during the day because I'm like walking a lot, so I'm sweating. So I think it gets sweaty, and then when like the farts come down, that just fucking it's just like a mixture of things, dude. So it's like ass, sweat, farts, and then working out, and you just combine all those together,
And
dude.
it just makes a whole.
Yeah, like it's not even like a whole. It's like a ripple, dude. So you can tell it's like wear and tear over time. Like this wasn't a one-time occurrence. Like this took a lot of fucking effort.
Right.
But yeah, man. Dude, we were actually talking about like foods you eat. I don't know how we got into this, but dude. So besides acai bowls, like I'm actually like, cause like, dude, like now that I'm a delivery driver, like during the day, like I've been going to this protein place, like they make acai bowls, but I need to like start packing a lunch and like bringing like some healthy snacks. But like, I mean, dude, if I have like a fucking like a Crunch bar or some shit like that, dude, that's like 500 calories, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I need like different options, you know, to put in containers throughout the day that are refrigerated that'll like fill me up, but also like, you know, not make me lactate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I pack my lunch every day.
But like, dude, you got to give me some options, man. Like, what are you eating? Because you always make videos where like, oh, like you probably think the typical vegan just eats a fucking cucumber and goes to bed. Newsflash, you know?
I mean, for lunch, honestly, I pack like a couple bananas, and I'll eat those like throughout the day. I'll pack fresh fruit in like a Tupperware. So usually like mid morning, I'll have like a Tupperware of like pineapple or mango or watermelon, whatever I have.
You think you eat more fruits than vegetables?
No, I eat a lot of fruit and a lot of vegetables. But I'll pack like, I don't know, a cup and a half, 2 cups rice, and I'll have like a tofu and like, or a tempeh with like a vegetable mix, and I'll have it like spiced. Like sometimes I'll like spice it like with Indian spices or like Asian spices, or sometimes like Jamaican, and like I'll just pack that throughout the week.
Yeah.
And then I'll have like nuts, or I'll have like a Cliff Bar.
Do you think like honey roasted nuts are bad for you?
Honey roasted nuts are bad for you?
Are they?
No.
That's what I've been eating at. They have this.
Why would they be bad for you?
They have this supermarket in Massachusetts called Hannaford, and they sell like honey roasted pecans.
Okay.
So I'll have those, but I'll eat like the whole container.
I mean, there's a lot of fat in nuts, but I mean,
good
like,
fat though,
like,
right?
Yeah, I mean, but like the thing is that if you have, there's good fats, but if you have, you know, if let's say there's 16 grams of fat in, you know, one serving of peanuts or pecans or something, and you have 10 servings of nuts without knowing it, you just had 160 grams of fat.
Yeah.
So, you know, 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. 160 times 9, that's 900 was 9 times 60, 54. That's
540, yeah.
That's 1,440 calories right there. You just added nuts. So what else are you gonna eat throughout the day?
Yeah, that's true.
You're gonna have 2,500 calories in other foods in the day. You just had 4,000 calories. Now, are you using all that 400 calories? Yes. Okay, then you know it's not bad for you. You're using all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, if you think like nuts are healthy, but you're eating like giant handfuls of it all day because you think it's healthy, but you don't realize like the amount of fat you're getting, then yeah, like, and you're not using it, like you say, work a desk job and you don't do anything for the rest of the day, like exercise wise, you know, you take like 2,000 steps for the day, like it's not, probably not.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out, man. Yeah, I can't be. I can't just
honestly,
be buying
like since kind of getting away from powerlifting and going to jiu-jitsu, like I realize how much food you really need. Like it's not as much as most people think.
Like how many calories? 2,500.
So it depends, dude. Depends on the person and their activity level.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like
you taking less than 1,000 steps a day? Or you taking 10,000 steps a day? How many times are you working out outside of that? You sitting at a desk all day, then you go home and you sit in a chair until you go to sleep.
Yeah, the thing with me, man, I don't eat like a lot of vegetables like I try to. Like I eat a lot of broccoli, but besides that, I don't really have many vegetables.
I think probably the easiest way to like get more nutrition in your diet is just add more vegetables.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, sometimes it gets boring, man. You know, like if I walk into the supermarket and I look at the produce, like I don't even like my mom does the shopping, but like I feel like it can get kind of boring sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I feel like sometimes you gotta mix it up.
I don't know, man. I mean, I look at the produce aisle, I'm just like,
You're about to tear shit up.
I'm like, fuck, look at all this, dude. Stuff looks amazing.
Yeah, but dude, because you have so many options. Like for me, I'm just like, oh, there's some broccoli, dude. Fucking throw that shit in there.
Why aren't all those options for you?
Because I don't know like what to mix what with, like especially in terms of vegetables. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's no there. That's the beauty of cooking, dude. Is that there's no guidelines.
Yeah. So you're talking about
just
like
whatever you want.
Yeah.
I throw combinations of stuff all the time together that isn't necessarily a dish or a recipe. It's just
but like for me, like combinations are a huge deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'll eat that whole container of honey roasted nuts, dude, and then I'll chug a Monster, dude, and I'll take a fucking shit at David's Bridal, you know, and then emotionally I'm just fucked for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd be pretty distraught after that too.
That's what I'm saying though, dude. Like if I mix those honey roasted nuts with like some fucking, like some peppers and some broccoli and shit, and I eat that and then chug the water, dude. Emotionally,
Actually, like roasting an array of vegetables on a pan, and then putting some like nuts over it is like pretty fucking good.
yeah. Like what type of array though? Like peppers, like a pot roast.
So, like you could put snap peas, carrots, broccoli, onions, peppers.
This kid's just fucking.
You could roast that all in a pan, and then you could put some like cashew, sliced in half cashews on there. That's what I do sometimes.
You literally just throw it on a pan, or do you like put some olive oil on it, or like?
I mean, I don't really put much oil in the pan, but I
You just use
put
the
some
pan.
like non-stick spray.
Okay, so you're just like using the pan just to heat it up, like mix it together.
No, I'm just using the pan so the vegetables can sit on something in the oven, dude. What the fuck?
Dude, I don't know how to cook, man. Like I literally don't know how to cook. I'd put that shit in like.
I mean, dude, like it's so as you're really just roasting vegetables, dude. Like there's not much to it.
No, I really I gotta
Like
watch
literally
like
just put some salt and pepper on it, and you could put some olive oil on it, and like literally any vegetable could just be roasted that way on a pan.
yeah. I'm gonna have to like do some research, man. I'd throw
Like
a bunch of shit.
if it's a root vegetable, like they're a bit more meaty, so you have to kind of cook it for longer. Like if it's a potato, or a beet,
Mm-hmm.
or like if you're cutting the carrots like super thick, like it's gonna take longer than like peppers or whatever. But
Yeah, I mean, I just
for
don't want to
onions-
I don't want to take like a fucking pot, put a bunch of veggies in it, and then put it in the microwave for like 40 minutes, and like my fucking house blows up.
dude, I mean,
Because like that's something
I
I
don't
would do.
think I would ever cook anything in the oven for 40 or in the microwave for 40 minutes.
Yeah, but like, dude, I'm clueless when it comes to cooking, man. Like especially in
I know,
terms
but like
of timing.
the resources out there nowadays on like YouTube and
Yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
and whatever.
It's all
like,
timing though. Like
it's so accessible.
you gotta time it right though, dude. You know,
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like
you don't want to overcook
but
anything.
it's
You
not
don't
like
want to
at
undercook.
40 minutes you're good, and then 40 minutes and 1 second like your house blows up. Like
Dude, you know what used to scare me is like, what was it?
you have to. And that's
But
the
think
thing,
about like a crock pot though. Like my mom used to use a crock pot, right? And she'd be like, "Don't touch it till it's done." And I would always open it and then close it, and it would fuck everything up, dude.
yeah, because it needs to keep the the temperature and like the steam has to stay in there.
Yeah.
If you open it, you just release all the temperature. You fucking ruin it, dude.
That's what I'm saying though. Like
I mean, like if you do it once, you're not gonna ruin it. But if
Oh,
you
I
like
fucking ruined
like
it,
every
dude.
10 minutes you're opening it, you're gonna fuck
Yeah.
it up.
yeah. So you just kind of like peek through, and you're like, "Ah,
Well, I mean, like when in a crock pot, like the water is gonna like evaporate to the top of the lid, so there's gonna be so much condensate
yeah, you can't see."
you can't see. But
But like in the oven though, like when you're when you're throwing those veggies, when you're throwing dimes.
I don't constantly check it. Like I'll check it like once I think it's gonna be done, but I don't ever set a time or anything.
Yeah. Do you like?
I look at like my phone. I'll be like, okay, it's 9:25. I know in 25 minutes, like I need to at least see if it's done.
Yeah.
Like
I gotta do my
don't-
research, man.
What?
I feel like there's like a special touch you have to be like good at cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, dude, is that if you don't ever do it because you're like scared that you're gonna fuck it up, like you're never
Yeah.
gonna fuck it up, and then learn from your fuck ups.
That's true. Yeah.
Like,
Just
you
like
really
anything else. Yeah.
Dude, when I started cooking on my own, dude, when I moved into my own place, like I was making some fucking terrible tasting shit.
Really?
Yes, but I was like, well, I'm gonna keep living on my own for like 3 or 4 years, or however long. Like I'm gonna have to figure this shit out at one point. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to do some research, man.
and by no means now am I like a good cook or anything, but I can cook some things that like somebody would eat and they'd be like, all right, this is good.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah,
gonna,
I'm
they're not gonna serve it at a restaurant, but
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, when you think about, I mean, I'm not saying I think this. Like, I know you make some pretty cool shit, but, like, sometimes when people think about, like, being a vegan, they're like, oh, fuck, I can't, like, that seems, like, wicked boring. Or if they're like, yo, I'm doing a weight cut and I'm not a vegan, they're like, oh, dude, I can only eat fucking chicken. When realistically, like, there's so many other options, you know what I'm saying? They're just not aware of the options.
yeah. I mean, well, I think for most people when they think about like not being able to go vegan, it's not because they think the food's gonna be boring. They just think like, oh, they're gonna like have these health complications if they don't have meat.
Yeah.
When like that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'm just saying, dude. I want to show up to work, dude, with a fucking like a fucking cooler backpack that I got from Walmart and just be stocked up, dude. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to take some shits.
What's stopping you from doing that?
Just fucking
Preparation?
yeah, just me being a fucking fucktard. But that's the dream, dude, to walk in with like a fucking satchel.
Yeah, I mean, I walk
Basically
I
just
walk
working with people who have
walk
like
into
one
lunch
tooth.
every day with like
Yeah.
1,500 calories of like good shit. In my
Dude,
lunchbox.
that's the dream, man.
Yeah.
To
I've
just
got, like,
walk into the lunchroom
I
and
got
be
like
like
3 or 4 like glass like containers of like shit. Like I'm feeling good.
yeah, imagine having like a cooler backpack, just
You
walking
gotta
in the
prepare, dude.
lunchroom.
You have to prepare.
Yeah, imagine that, walking in the lunchroom, just be like, y'all my bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's a dream, dude, to just be fucking stacked up, dude. People are looking at you like, this kid
Well,
lifts.
the thing is, you're saying it's a dream, but it's like not very hard.
Yeah, it's not far-fetched.
It's not far-fetched at all. It's literally just, it would probably take you like 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, I could do that today. Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that today.
Yeah.
I just throw some things in a lunchbox, put it in the fridge, and then the next morning I just take it out.
Legend, dude. Kid's a fucking legend. All right, man. Well, dude, thanks for coming again, dude. Honestly, man, this time was a lot different, dude. It really was, man. You look fucking good, man.
I
You
don't
look
remember
happier,
the first
dude.
one, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither, but no, the first one, dude, like,
I don't
you know,
remember
we
the
were
first
just
one.
starting off, dude. Like, the audio was kind of fucked. Everything was new.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the first time you're cooking, man. Like, everything was fucked up, and
Yeah.
now, like, we tried again, man. Everything was better, dude. I mean,
Exactly,
you look,
man. See, now you
dude,
figured
you
out
look
what you need.
happier, man. You look better. That's all that matters, dude.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks for coming, though.
Yeah, I appreciate it.